So we were just talking about this, and I'm going to bring it up. So I'll get to Ben Johnson in a second. Because I'm a firm believer that the best conversations and shows like this happen off the air. Okay? I am.
And we got to repeat them.
And I'm not going to use the word because, like, of course, we're on Fox 2. I am somebody who's been saying
we're not on Fox 2. You can let it fly.
Fuck the Bears.
Yeah.
I've said that.
Here we go.
I've said that for years. When I was working with Joy, I said, Joy, I love you. I'm always going to be a fan. But when you became a member of the Chicago Bears, that fuck the Bears umbrella covered you too. So when I say fuck the Bears, that includes everybody, including you.
Can I say fuck Chicago?
You can say that too. Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
when I covered the Pistons, and of course they had the Pistons and Bulls rivalry, the women in the Bulls camp, they were mean to me.
Damn.
I mean, they were. Like, what are you doing here? I'm here to cover practice. They were rude. Because as soon as they found out you're from Detroit, and you're like, get the hell out of here.
Help me out because I am somebody I like to try to call out the slappiness in this town too. All right? I'm a firm believer it's my job. And that's why I've always tried. Doesn't mean I'm always going to be right. I'm not always going to be right. But sometimes we get a little carried away with things, okay? See the 2021 Detroit Lions. Anybody with half a brain in their head knew that team wasn't going to be good. And Brad Holmes kind of designed it that way. And that's why he got the 2 extra picks. And, all right, if we suck this year, maybe that's not a bad thing because we get an extra high pick. But everybody and their brother was screaming, Lions limo, man, we're going to the playoffs, okay? This hype about the Chicago Bears right now, I'm sure I don't get it. The Packers, okay, I'm with you. Dangerous. They showed it last year. Jordan Love, dangerous. Don't be a slapdick and try to take away from that. We saw how that guy came on. The Chicago Bears have just been put together, okay? That's first and foremost. Secondly, and most importantly, they've got a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, knock it off. Are you new to this NFL thing? It doesn't usually work real well, Terry, for rookie quarterbacks in the National Football League.
They're so excited they got rid of Justin Fields. They think they bring in anybody. And you know, Chicago Bears have had great success with quarterbacks lately. See, Mitch Trubisky, Justin Fields. They just run them in and run out. Caleb Williams, I think he's a talented guy, but they could be running his ass out in a couple years.
Are they dangerous? Yeah, you could make that argument. But they were dangerous last year because of Justin Fields. And I think Justin Fields proved that against the Detroit Lions on more than one occasion, I might add. But I think this trying to put the cart before the horse stuff with the Bears right now, I don't get it. I really don't get it. And so, I mean, you guys in the room, am I off base here? I mean, what's your level of fear of the Chicago Bears? I
have no fear of the Bears this year. However, for the next 4 to 5 years, I think they're going to be very dangerous.
I look out.
Yeah.
And they could win this division over the next 4 to 5 years. But this year, they got the rookie quarterback. It's a bad organization. I'm still shaky about their coaching staff.
Yeah.
It's not happening this year.
I'm right there with Terry. 100%. I'm right there with Terry. 100%. I see the vision for the plan for a couple years. I think they need a couple interior linemen, but once they get those interior linemen and they fix the rest of the holes that they have, next 2-3 years, I am scared.
No doubt.
You know what? I'm going to strike you off the ballot. Shut up. The reason he's saying this motherfucker wants to go visit Sister Jean in the next 2 to 3 years. he goes, I'm going to see the Bears in the playoffs. Yeah, right. He's going to go see Sister Jean.
Why the fuck do I care about the Bears being in the playoffs?
Dude,
why the fuck would I travel there to go see
Because you want to see Sister Jean.
That has been established. That was something that's been established earlier in the show.
You like the old broad.
And he's kind of thinking to himself, man, in a couple of years, 107?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Dude, can you imagine walking into the place and going, dude, 107, top that.
Knocked it
I'm not
down.
sure it can be done.
Right, this dude, the lady sheepishly would say, excuse me, I use Effordent. He like, so? Right there.
Yo,
No, Terry, that's just it. And the cart before the horse stuff, I think, really applies for the Bears. Yes, I like the moves that they made. Yes, I understand that they're heading in a different direction. And even though I knew their coach years ago when I worked at Toledo, is he a head coach is definitely in play. Make no mistake about that. But far be it from me to accuse Chicago people of trying to put their teams on a pedestal that they don't belong. I think that's something that, in particular, Bears fans have done for many, many years. And the problem that I have, and this goes back to Justin, you and I were talking about this the other day about the Red Wings. Sometimes, now looking inward and putting the microscope on us, sometimes we have a tendency to sit back and say, it's all about our team and what we did, and not pay attention and say to yourself, now, wait a second. There are other teams in close proximity, perhaps even in our own division, that have been doing it the same way and maybe have more resources to do it than we do. And I think we're running into that with the Red Wings a little bit. Yes, what Steve Yzerman is doing is going like this. Yes, it's the smart play. But you know what's happened simultaneously? The Buffalo Sabres are doing it. The Montreal Canadiens are doing it. And all of a sudden, you're seeing these names go way up high on the list of prospect pools. And I think that same dynamic is happening here in Detroit. We've been waiting so long. We've been so desirous for a legitimate franchise. And don't take my word for it. Trust me, I've known Terry a long time. If Terry fucking Foster tells you this is a legitimate franchise, you know, by gosh, it's a legitimate franchise.
Damn Skippy.
That's the last guy that's going to say it.
Facts.
Trust me when I say that.
That's fact.
So with that being said, we have to remember, hey, guess what? The Lions aren't the only one that are building up. So are the Packers. And the Packers are a really dangerous team. Me personally, I wanted nothing to do with the Packers last year. Nothing. Playoff time, I wanted nothing to do with the Packers. And the Bears, while not at that level yet, guess what? They're doing the same thing that the Lions are just finishing up. This is a team that eventually is going to be, just not yet. I think this is a two-horse race this year.
Yeah, it is. But here, let me defend Chicago Bears fans from this standpoint. In the back of their mind, they see the Lions are up there, but they don't really believe that the Lions are going to sustain it over a couple years because they look at the history and say, okay, they had a cute season. Mm-hmm. Yes, they were dangerous, but they're not going to do it again.
Right.
So when you're a Bears fan, you're like, okay, got to worry about Green Bay. We can beat Green Bay, and the Lions, cute story, but they're not going to sustain it. So that's where they're coming from. I think they're full of it.
Pinch your little cheeks.
They're very cute.
Pinch your little cheeks.
Yeah, they just say, oh, the little Lions are cutie pies. Ooh.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Yeah, they won 7 games this year.
You have to prove it. And that's, you know what, the one thing that I like about this franchise and this coaching staff right now is, yeah, you can do Camp Happy Times. Yeah, you can hold hands and sing Everything is Awesome. Don't hand out any damn popsicles, okay?
Please.
But I think, and you hear it starts with Dan Campbell, both things can be true. I can talk up how this player or that player or this unit has stepped up, but at the same time also acknowledge now they have to prove it. Now I want to see how ferocious this secondary is when the opportunity provides itself. And that's what I like about these guys, because of course you're going to talk positive about what's going on with your team. But the flip side to that is, no, sometimes everything's not awesome, and these guys have to prove it on tape. And that's, I think, Terry, what we're all waiting to see.
We are. But I will admit this. I am buying into the Terrion Arnold thing.
100%.
Although I don't believe rookie cornerbacks can be good.
We're on the couch
For some
together,
reason,
Terry.
I'm just believing this brother.
We're on the couch together, Terry.
Yep.
Remember, we're on the couch together.
And I'm
Yeah.
on the
Lions
couch
smack.
next door with Ennis
Okay.
Rakestraw.
Yep.
I'm on the couch next door.
The Lions smack.
Which reminds me, we got to go get some couches from Gardner White.
Yeah.
Because when the Lions win the Super Bowl, we get all our furniture for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's true.
Is that true?
It's true.
I never knew that. Really?
Oh, yeah. Gardner White is running a deal. If you buy furniture now, and if the Lions win the Super Bowl, whatever you bought today is free. They'll refund your money back.
That's crazy promo right there.
Yeah.
Justin's getting a truck and driving to Chicago. He's going to plant those seeds with Sister Jean, baby. He's
got
gonna
that
put food
baby.
on Sister Jean.
Hey, Sister Jean, you need a mattress?
Look what I bought for you, Sister
Right.
Jean.
Take
I
her
can
down
take
on the
my
futon.
shirt off and put it all out for you. You are not going to deny that young man shirtless.
Yeah.